What is going What is going on YouTube? This is Acid Root. So I'm going to review the supposed debut mixtape by LL Cool J as far as what's going to happen. Basically, this project is called The Return of the G.O.A.T, and it came out somewhere in like the summer or fall of 2008. Now the fair about it is, Wikipedia says that this mixtape was a prelude to Exit 13, which came out in the late summer of 2008, but the actual pitch behind it, when I looked this up on Google where the release date of The Return of the G.O.A.T kind of is within the pitch, it says that that particular mixtape came out in early October 2008. So it doesn't add up as to where this particular mixtape actually originated from within these aspects, but somewhere within the amalgamated months of probably between, I would probably say somewhere between June and October 2008, some of those type fairs. It definitely felt like summer because there's some pitches on here, some of these type tunes that were kind of popping around that time. There's some freestyles to other instrumentals, like the particular hit song Rider Part 2 by G.O.A.T off their 2008 album, and Millie's on here from Lil Wayne's The Carter 3, which pitches like that. And then there's another one which is Jeezy and Kanye West would put on some of those type fairs. It's pretty much within the pitch, probably somewhere in 2008, but it's just the pitch. Another facet about it is that it's actually surprising, supposing that this would be LL Cool J's first mixtape as far as what's first going to happen. You would think that there would have been something else around. That's why I said supposed first mixtape. Really, for LL Cool J, despite how popular he is within these pitches, the information kind of about the get-ups as to what happened with his mixtape type fair is not as full-bound. Racher Music doesn't seem to know as full-bound about some of this type stuff. I was kind of expecting to find some of that there within these pitches, so it's kind of within the aspect of questioning if there was like a 2005-2006. It's kind of within the fair that this might have actually been the debut one within these aspects, with kind of some excellent type fair. So yeah, this is an easy classic out of 10 project here. Now for the most part, this is original songs. There are some freestyles, the poppin' type songs around that time in 2008. Songs like High Hater and A Million, some of these type ones, Rider Part 2, some of these type aspects. For the most part, you get at least 8 original songs, and then there's one song that has like a real dope slick kind of revamp with it, which is The Boss from 2008 by Rick Ross. Excellent type ordeal. This feels a lot more gas this time when LL Cool J rapped to it, so some excellent type ordeals. But yeah, simple 10 out of 10 within these pitches. Just a good, excellent type product of further type fairs. Pretty much one of the later type ones for like the shift of the way things were kind of in 2004, 2006, some of those type aspects. When you think of like DJ Drama, kind of mixtapes like Trap or Die and Can't Ban the Snowman and Dedication by Lil Wayne, some of those type ones. Other type ones like the ones by Killer Mike and Joel Santana, some of those type folks in those pitches. I look after it, but definitely excellent type ordeal. So yeah, just a bonus kind of package to scoop up within these appeals as far as like just an appetizer and prelude to Exit 13 as far as those aspects going to happen. And definitely Exit 13 is pretty vicious within those ordeals. Now I want to say I need to get around to purchasing that product, but I want to say I reviewed that back. It might have actually been March or something. I don't remember. It's been a little bit since I reviewed that, but that surfaced like in early August as far as what's first going to happen in August of 2025. But I reviewed that back March, April, somewhere in there, 2025 pitch like that. So it's just kind of the ordeal as far as getting this. This one's going to surface a little bit sooner, but it's within the aspects as far as saying, so it's some good type product. It's simple enough to say there's no singles off this product. Now, Cry is apparent. It's called I Cry on this particular mixtape, but it's actually called Cry on Exit 13. That's the single off this product, but that's on here. But I'm going to go ahead and talk about this one again because I didn't realize that this was a single off that particular album, Exit 13. I thought the song sounded familiar, but it's within the pitch as far as saying some aspects here as far as getting towards it. But yeah, I Cry is the single. That's I guess actually more or less there would be 7 original songs within these aspects, but then 5 boroughs. Originally I thought that was a Beastie Boys song. There's some particular Beastie Boys album, I think from 2004, that has something to do with the word boroughs within those pitches with behind. I guess I could look that up. The Beastie Boys 2004 album is called To the 5 Boroughs, so I don't know if it has correlation to that, but it's with the excellent type pitches. 5 Boroughs, that's a LL Cool J song that's on the deluxe edition, Exit 13 as well. So I think more or less 6, 7, 8 new songs in the pitch, but then I Cry is kind of one, but then I would also kind of somewhat halfway count who won it with the G.O.A.T as far as those pitch count, which is a revamp to The Boss. But talk about I Cry again. I Cry is like a vintage kind of 2000s DJ drama mixtape soul throwback to like Jeezy and Lil Wayne type pitches like that. Just some good house clean kind of hustle, some of those type fairs, house clean type song, hustle type songs, some of these type aspects. To insert a particular outing type fair within the product is like that usual format when you think of projects like Dedication, some of those type ones like I was talking about. So just that particular fair getting towards that product, but then it just good to kind of get things done within the aspect, just like some grit, elbow grease type formats within the tone. Yeah, it's just kind of the format, just good type products for some of these type ones. Now these particular songs do start to make appearances later on, but it's just kind of format that pretty much after like 2008, by the time the 2000s ended, these were starting to kind of these were kind of sail out as far as those pitch kind of happen. Not so much full bound like they got tiresome. It's just kind of the pitch that things started to get more trapped within the aspects as far as those tones kind of went. But this is some good type product. Definitely good throwback. Definitely recommend picking up Exit 13 within those pitches as far as those formats going to happen, because that's pretty. I want to say out of like the 18, 19, 20 songs that was on that project, I recommend every song on there. So it's excellent type ordeal. Another one like that, there's a couple songs that kind of have that DJ drama type soul about it, Don Cannon type soul. I would say New York Gangsta is another one that's like that, and You Live and You Learn. Some of these type ones might actually be another one on top of that, but New York Gangsta is like a city hop and drowsy kind of 2000s DJ drama outing sounds type fair. So this one's a little bit more out in the neighborhood, kind of getting some things done within the project to just like struts pitches like that, but just taking DJ drama out on the road zones type fairs within those pitches, kind of like a vintage kind of mixtape Aaron runs as far as those pitches kind of go. It's good particular flair, good particular 70s flair as far as those aspects can happen. So good type pitch for some of those. Another one just like that would be You Live and You Learn, this excellent type conduct. It's like an out and around kind of city neighborhood kind of 2000s DJ, city neighborhood 2000s Don Cannon kind of mixtape tracks. Some of those type pitches kind of more gab centric ones. So this kind of missed the pitch a little bit more with possible a little bit more amidst the neighborhood as far as like homies nearby pitches like that, getting like the dap and good collect as far as those pitches can happen, figure out like the runs and just picking up like if you do have like a buddy at a gas station selling stuff pitches, just picking up, getting like some good fares, getting Chex Mix and Butterfingers selling stuff aspects within the ton, just nearby type aspects within the particulars about it. Outdoor kind of dap pitches like that, folks near the payphone selling stuff aspects within those pitches for those fares going to happen. There are some outing treats on here as well, and there's some good city struts on here, but Rock the Pole is a quality one for like more venue type noise. It's like a good mixtape cut for that. It's like some good after I was kind of stir it up, I'd say, within the pitches here. This definitely feels like this probably should have been on the album within these pitches. Good type product. I'm glad that this is a free type song within these aspects. Just a steadfast kind of strip club bounce, I'd have to say. Just some smoky ambience, definitely just overall hot type one. It's kind of the pitch of just like Malaise type fare. It's a nice smoky appetizer kind of have within those aspects to just like some steadfast type tones. Like I was saying, Exit 13 is pretty vicious within those ordeals. That definitely has some tear-up type ones, but this is just a good, nice one for like basic kind of percolate type noise and aspect of free mixtape type fare. Another one, a particular excellent song on here. I don't know if this is like a freestyle to another instrumental, but LL Cool J is not on this song. He definitely should have been on here, but it has nice auto-tune effects on this one. It's Paper. It's like a Liddy kind of 2000s dance club jingle to kind of get. This is probably one of the more ferocious ones on here. Like I said, unfortunate that LL Cool J is not on it, but this feels like an Alchemist or Red Spider kind of G.O.A.T type beat, something like that. One of those type ones that would have popped up from like Lloyd Banks and some of those type folks in those aspects. Tony Ayo, some of those type folks that would have done that back in 2006, 2008. It's a good jumper and some definite heat on here as far as these aspects going to happen. So this easy kind of NY type noise and then pitch as far as like the tear it up within those aspects as far as those tones going to happen. It's vintage kind of ripper as far as those aspects kind of go. Five Boroughs is a quality one. Like the tone behind this one. It's like a wicked kind of rock rap bend in like post hour, I'd say, within the aspects of it. Just some post hour kind of city dredge, I would definitely say here. Great song to grab supplies, pitches like that. Just figure out, get some red cups, make a Walmart run, some of these type aspects. Just kind of figure out the night as far as those pitches kind of go. So it kind of feels routine within the aspects. It's going to be a hell of a night. Some of those type pitches within format within those aspects as far as those tones kind of go. It's definitely kind of wicked, kind of crest into it within those aspects. Just great embrace kind of have for those products like city type bustle within the aspect of figuring out the next moves as far as getting towards like some littiness within the aspect. Who Wanted the Goat's a real nice one as well. This is the one to the Rick Ross beat within these tones. It's like an excellent, more ghostly kind of flip to like the Rick Ross classic from 2008 as far as those pitch kind of having just some leery motions. So this particular spin on like The Boss by Rick Ross is interesting type fair to be able to get this one because it just has a lot more shrill type factor. It just feels real graveyard like the tone as far as these particular aspects kind of happen. Just like the hauntingness, this real nice flip as to how that particular kind of happened. Definite great song to wig out to with some smoke type fast pitches like that. Just kind of easy kind of homies wild out and pitches like that, I'd have to say, within those ordeals. I don't think I talked about Sidewalk Executives. This is a nice one. Sidewalk Executives, like a dust ship kind of commerce, kind of get this work wrapping up, I'd say, heading to like the jump spot, some of those type aspects within the tone, just some good delights as far as those pitches kind of happen. So jump spot, just, hot spot kind of hangout type fair pitches like that, just good spot to get some delights, figure out. Sparkly kind of beesies, pitches like that, just kind of the motions, trying to figure out the next moves within the aspect. Kind of one that goes in combination with Five Boroughs. Kind of one that goes along with Five Boroughs, but just a little bit more amidst like the last probably 40 minutes or 75 minutes like workshift within those fairs, just figuring out like getting the last moments kind of wrapped up within the product to just like the fair as far as getting ready to grab some Burger King, something like that, get some good grub, and then figuring out like the spice as these pitches kind of happen. figuring out the spices, the pitches kind of happen. So it's just kind of within the tones. So it has some of that particular fare. It does have the workshift within the aspect within these tones as far as these ones. The DJ drama kind of soul kind of has the aspect of like some of those makeshift type ones, just in a more snack run type sense, but they do kind of work for makeshift type fare. Songs like Sidewalk Executives and Five Boroughs have some of that conduct as far as getting towards the product, and then songs like Paper and Rock the Polar kind of miss the after hours type fare. So this product not as full bound type vicious within the aspect. Not to say it's not vicious, but it's kind of the ordeal. It has a little bit more amalgamation of like the day type fare and like the product of like task at hand within these pitches. So just a product of getting further LL Cool J from 2008 is like a bolsterment to that particular conduct about it. And then the last one I don't think I talked about on here is the truth throwback. This is an interesting type one. It's like a thoughtful, kind of straightforward rumination, kind of get here to stack tasks up. I'd have to say within the pitch behind it is some productive push. It's kind of some food for thought type one within these pitches within the fair. Just got tasks at hand within these particular products, or just it's the product of figuring out if it is like Wednesday or Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, something like that, where there's more than a day or two within the product to like some workshift type fare left over to kind of do. It's just kind of miss the pitch as far as saying just keeping the composition, but having the product in mind as far as figuring out, not so much full bound figuring out next moves, but just kind of a straightforward type one within the pitch of just having like composure and kind of composition as far as those pitch kind of. So just within that fare, just having not so much kind of a hustle type song within those pitches, but just kind of a steadfast type one, or just kind of a grit type song that's just not a grit type song that's productive but not pushy as far as those pitch kind of. But when I said it's a productive push, just kind of aspect it has to get along as far as those pitch kind of goes. So just miss the aspect. But I look after it here to kind of keep ducks in a row as far as those pitch kind of have. So it's missed the aspects. So I look after here just within the tone. So the other 5 songs within these aspects, these are more freestyles within those pitches. Clap and Revolve is to a recent Fat Joe song from 2006, which was actually the second single off of like Me, Myself, and I from 2006. If you don't remember the single that he tried to put out after Make It Rain, some type of ordeals. Didn't chart that heavily, but it is a nice one to get the freestyle to. Hi Haters, I Need to Get Around to Mano's album. That's definitely an excellent type pitch. That was pretty popping in 2008. That's real nice from like some city struts. Zodiac Drills to Amelia, some good type pitches. Laptop Gangsta's a real excellent flip. It's too bad that LL Cool J didn't do auto-tune on that one. Be sarcastic like 50 Cent was, but still excellent type flip to get that, particularly on some Lloyd Banks type spit pitches like that. And the freestyle doesn't have LL Cool J on there, but that's a Starlet doing it to particularly put on by Jeezy as far as those assets going to happen. So good type pitch. So 10 out of 10 mixtape within these ordeals, this pitch like that. I'd say the social score I'm going to go ahead and give probably like a 10 out of 10 as well. Just the aspect as far as saying it has these particular ones on here. And I realize the composition has a little bit more straightforward. This is the more kind of this is the more straight man type package compared to Exit 13, which had a lot of tear up on it. This one just has the composition and just kind of lacing it with some bolsterment, kind of like the fibers of this particular fare as far as the pitch kind of go. Doesn't have the Politico type fare like Exit 13, but other than that, it basically covers these bases as far as these products are just getting like some leftover kind of DJ drama type vibes from like the mid 2000s. This product's kind of having further type products of that. A few nightclub songs pitches, some of those type fares within the excellence aspects of it, and then like some fares as far as just getting towards just the relative wrap up of workshift, kind of like that embrace of getting ready to get like an ice cold beer or something like that. Nice ice cold Colt 45 or Budweiser, some of those type pitches. Sidewalk Executives, finishing up those tasks. Sidewalk Executives, finishing up those tasks. Sidewalk Executives and Five Boroughs, and then like a straightforward type one within these pitches as far as like the truth throwbacks. So the excellent type ordeal. So 10 social just nails the composition of it. In terms of future, like LL Cool J dropped an album in the fall of 2024, the late summer 2024 pitch like that has an Eminem verse on there, some of the pitches. So excellent type. Has some further excellent folks on there. Pitches like that was a big deal when that came out last year. Just some good dope type products within those pitches. I have to say, but I'm gonna get around some more LL Cool J within these pitches. Want to get to that 2002 album, some more ones like that. If I can find some further mixtapes, I'll definitely look around for it. That'd be excellent if there were some more within these pitches. This is kind of a low-key type classic within these. This is kind of a low-key type mixtape classic within these pitches. Just further type product of like this is produced by DJ K-Slay, who's excellent. He's unfortunately deceased if you didn't know within those products, but he helped out with 3-6 Mafia, some of these type folks, other folks like that. He was kind of a big deal in like New York pitches like that. But yeah, excellent mixtape classic here. If y'all getting a low-key touch sense, and probably I think it has some risers enough on here to have like the acclaim. I mean, LL Cool J is pretty large around these particular times, so excellent type fair. But yeah, it's low-key type classic, excellent type ordeal pitches like that.